What's up, guys? Welcome to Lavender Sky Tarot. My name is Lacey and I'm going to be pulling messages for you for the week of October 9th through the 14th. Before we go ahead and get started, I do tune in, breathe in deep, and say a quick prayer. And so I invite you guys to do the same from wherever you are. Just breathe in deep and relax. It will help you to receive clearer messages. Also, I want to let you guys know that I will be pulling 2 cards right at the beginning to see if the message is going to resonate with you. And I just feel like that saves you guys a little bit of time. All right, let's get started. Dear Spirit, please meet with me here. Open my channel and allow me to receive messages for the sign of Gemini during the week of October 9th through the 14th. I'm looking for clear and specific messages which will resonate for Gemini's highest good. I ask that these images and messages you send would be clear, specific, and most importantly, show them that you support them. Thank you. All right, guys, let's pull your 2 resonance cards to see if this video message is going to be worth watching. Okay, you guys have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way. It's a pretty powerful card there. And I don't know what to think of that. You're gonna have to show me again. Okay, and you have Luck is on your side. So you guys have a little bit of a situation here. I feel like you have an opportunity to change something about your identity, or change something about, this is really strange, sorry, but I'm just seeing you kind of looking in the mirror, seeing something that you need to remove, taking it out and putting something else in. Okay, so I'm feeling like there's something about you that you have the opportunity to change, and it's saying don't let pride get in your way. Okay, don't let this this thing change how you see yourself, or change that image that you have. Don't let yourself be so like, oh, you know, I'm Gemini, I've got it all together, that you don't allow this to happen. Okay, and it also says luck is on your side. So whatever events are about to come out in this reading, it's going to be about kind of surrendering control, is what I'm feeling like. You're surrendering control, you're removing something and saying, okay, like, I'm ready to listen. All right, let's go ahead and get into your weekly messages. You have the Page of Pentacles coming out in reverse. I'm feeling whatever situation you're in, if you're at work, if you're, you know, a contractor, if you have your own business, there's a certain set of events that have happened and you just feel like it isn't the place for you anymore. Okay, you may have previously had long-term plans at this position or in this company, and now you're just like, no, like, I don't see this going anywhere. Wow, you have the 6 of Swords. Okay, this talks about movement. This talks about leaving something. So if you are at the point that you can leave your position or leave your job and move on to something else, this is definitely a card that talks about that passage and that transition. You also have the 8 of Cups coming out in the upright. And so I feel as though you've definitely counted your blessings. You're not looking at this and being like, oh, that was so terrible, I never got any progress done there. You're like, okay, like, I see it for what it is. It was good at one point, you know, it did help me, it helped me learn, you know, this or that. You know what I mean? It's like you've counted the cups, you know that there's 8 there. That's a pretty high number. You're valuing it for what it is, but for whatever reason, you're still turning your back on it and you're walking away. You know that it's not the place for you and the time for you, etc. I'm also seeing in the 6 of Swords that you have a couple of close relationships that you're looking to keep even though you're exiting, okay? So there may be somebody coming with you. You have the 9 of Swords coming out in reverse. And I'm feeling like I'm feeling like you're really, gosh, this is such a not positive message. But I'm feeling like you're really at a loss for what to do next. You normally are someone who has it all together or wouldn't dare say that they don't, okay? And I feel like you're really losing sleep over the lack of a plan that you have. It's like there's a war in your mind of what's going to happen if. So you might have, plan A and plan B, but both of them are fighting with each other. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that plan A and plan B are so, so different from each other that it's kind of like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Like it's almost like the Two of Swords kind of energy that I'm getting, okay? So you may be losing sleep. You may be stressing about this. You also have the King of Cups in reverse. So I'm seeing your emotions being kind of volatile, not being necessarily as level as they normally are. Okay, so you may have, wow, sorry, I just had a couple cards come out. You may have some situation where you are feeling as though you have a grip on reality, you have an understanding of what's going on, but the reality is that you're seeing things from a skewed perspective, or you might not know the other piece of the puzzle, okay? So it's very important that you not rely too much on what you're seeing or what you are perceiving to be true. Always clarify any kind of assumptions or emotions that come from that kind of, I want to say, thought pattern. It's almost like you're looking out and you're seeing it a certain way. You've seen it that way before, but the situations are not the same. So you don't need to have that kind of belief about this, okay? You don't need to have a set expectation or a set assumption of how things are going to happen. I see you being very like up and down, and things could change, and it's almost like you have this perspective set, and it doesn't need to be that way. Okay, you have the Strength card in the upright. So I feel like you guys have gained a self-confidence lately. It could be on your own time, on your own project, outside of work or outside of what you normally do. And you've gained a lot of confidence in this. I'm seeing it being like a very joyful thing, not something that's super hard or super difficult. It's like something that you kind of happened upon, okay? And it is giving you a lot of self-confidence in a particular area. I feel like it might be what you're wanting to push away from your current role from, or what you're seeing unhappiness in your current job. It's kind of like this is a little bit tempting to you, okay? This self-confidence, this new thing that you're learning, it's a little tempting. You have the Wheel of Fortune, okay, coming out in the upright, which is very positive. There's some sort of turn of events that is coming into place for you that is going to be very positive, very good change for your life. And it could have something to do with school or with study, okay? You may end up having some sort of barrier or gate lifted. I'm also seeing that. And it's coming into play for you, but it is taking its time, something a lot of people don't understand. Sorry if that sounds a little bitter. I'm not trying to be bitter. Something that a lot of people might not realize is that the Wheel of Fortune, yes, while it does talk about something that's faded and a turn of events that is very positive, doesn't mean that it's going to happen like that, okay? The time on the other side is not our time, the universe time. To a certain extent, time is a construct, and the fruit coming into your picture, your physical reality, it might take a while to get there, but trust that when it does, it's what's right for you in the moment, okay? So don't get too hasty, all right? You have the Queen of Wands coming out in the upright. And I'm feeling like this is a person who is watching you, okay? And they're waiting on a decision. This person is very much commanding. They may be a little bit aggressive. And I'm also seeing that they are they can be very catty. They can be very, what do you call that, suave, or they can evade things when they don't want to talk about them, okay? I feel like you know who this person is. And they are waiting on you for a decision, and they're also very expectant. Okay, they're waiting on you for a decision, Gemini. Let me go ahead and I already pulled from this deck. Let me pull from this deck to get more energy for you for the week. Also, sorry, I can tell it's getting a little bit darker outside, so my lighting might be looking a little funky. Sorry. I'm going to try to hurry this up here. Okay, wow. So you guys have a very good grip on the situation. I'm seeing you being very confident, right? And it's almost like you have a secret, or you have some sort of internal information that no one else knows, okay? And it's like you're holding all of this in, and it's helping you balance and guide yourself, but there's no way that you're giving that information to anyone else, okay? I'm seeing you kind of holding all of the cards, or holding all of the power here. Okay, wow. So you guys have the earth energy of the dragon, the number 1. So there is definitely something here. It might be in relation to this, that you are growing, okay? If you can see, sorry, that's my wind chime. If you can see here at the bottom of the card, there's a seedling in this dragon's hands, and it's almost like a flame, you know, if you're trying to grow a flame and you're, right, you're trying to grow that flame. I'm seeing you, this could be definitely this same project that it's talked about gives you confidence. It's kind of that same energy where you're growing it, and you're very focused on what the future holds for this project. You're like, you kind of have like this daydream kind of situation going on where you're envisioning this project and what all it could be. All right, next up you guys have a fire energy, okay? And this is talking about a, hold on. Okay, so I'm seeing you guys really coming to a crossroads, or a decision that needs to be made. This could very well be what the decision that she's waiting on, okay? Or he or she in this energy is waiting on. And I'm seeing you're being very careful about it and very deliberate for a reason, okay? It's like you are somebody who has to have everything lined up a certain way. You can't just take a step out onto thin air, okay? And I'm feeling like you really want this to be right, and that's why you're taking your time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take these 2 cards. Sorry, I was feeling like there were some cards that wanted to come out, but I didn't know which ones. Okay, so you guys have more earth energy here, and then the knowledge card coming out. So the earth energy, she's offering a cup, right? And I feel as though this may also be the same energy as this woman here who's waiting for a decision, okay? I feel like she has offered something to you, he or she, whatever energy resonates for you with that kind of somewhat aggressive energy. I'm feeling like this person has given to you a lot in the past, and it's almost as though they're waiting on a transformation to take place, or they're waiting on you to kind of grow wings and fly, okay? As impatient as that might sound, they are very much thinking about you, and they are in your favor. It's not some sort of weird energy from them. I'm seeing that they really want to see you succeed, and they really want to see you take off, okay? And you have the knowledge card. So I forgot which card I was talking about. Oh, yes, this one, the Wheel of Fortune. That might have to do with study, or some sort of schooling that you need to complete, or some sort of positive expansion that you're taking on, some sort of like a course, or it's like a topic that you really want to know all of the ins and outs about, okay? And I feel like this knowledge card is coming out because it's very much about you not only expanding your knowledge in this particular topic, but it being of personal benefit to you to do that, okay? So I'm also seeing you practicing something hands-on. So it's not only a book that you're, cracking a book and reading, it's something that you're also practicing. And it might have something to do with this project where you are shaping and growing something into a business for yourself or some sort of project like that. I'm seeing you studying, doing something hands-on, and it being very beneficial for you, something you're very interested in, that you take a personal interest in. Whew. Okay, Gemini, those are your messages for the week of October 9th through the 14th. My name is Lacey. Thank you for joining me at Lavender Sky Tarot. Go ahead and subscribe. I do release new videos for you every Wednesday. Okay? Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you again soon.